welcome back to the Nerd Bros Podcast, episode 18.
I'm gonna be honest, I forgot it was 18. That's
I
crazy.
almost said 17.
Yeah. What's good, chat?
Oh, I want you to
Kinda,
realize something.
yeah.
If you count tonight and next week, the following week is episode 20. We're going to be in that top 10%.
Top 10%.
90% of people who start podcasts do not continue after 20 episodes.
Jeez.
Or they don't even make it to 20 episodes.
Oh, they don't make it to 20. That's the crazy thing. I was gonna say, I don't see you getting to 20 and stopping. Like, that would make no sense to me. So, yeah, top 10% is crazy, y'all. The Nerd Bros are here to stay, man. So, follow, subscribe, whatever platform you're watching this clip on, because this is gonna be a clip. We'll see y'all around. Chat, we got a pretty fun one for you guys tonight, man. Pretty fun one.
It's very different from what we normally do. There's a lot of the same, but you'll see by the time we get to the end.
Plus, obviously now that we're not live, you know what it is because you're gonna see the title and thumbnail. But yeah, we're
right.
Yeah, act surprised when you get there. All right, we're pretty excited for it, chat. To be honest.
Well, before we get into stuff, let's go ahead and pray. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, thank you so much for this day and for this opportunity that we have to just use this platform to talk about things that we enjoy, Lord. I thank you for all that you've done for each of us this day. I pray you please bless this time that we spend just talking together and just having a good time. I pray, Lord, that your name will be glorified in everything that we say, think, and do. And I pray, Jesus, that more and more people will come to know you and to know the truth. And we pray this on your name. Amen.
Amen, chat. Let's get in it, man. So, yeah, that's all you, baby.
All right. So, I'm really excited about number one on the news and rumor segment, and that is Gambit.
I do want to say something, chat. A lot of times we will both like send each other, some things that we have for the news and rumors and stuff. Today, we were almost 100% spot on with the same stuff. I just want, like, crazy how identical our brains are.
Yep, it's just, I think he had one different one than I did, and then I had a different one than he did. But yeah, everything else like that. I think 3 out of the 4 was like, now we have like 7. But yeah, the first one is Gambit and Rogue. They are officially coming to Marvel Rivals for season 5, which begins on Friday. I'm stoked, especially because I love the X-Men, and Gambit's top character. Rogue's probably my top female X-Men character. So I'm looking forward to it. We have no idea if they're going to be a duelist, a strategist, or a vanguard yet. I will say I don't know if I'm going to be playing anything else the rest of this week because I got to finish this battle pass before Friday. So that might be what I spend my time on is going to grind on Rivals 5. I mean, Season 4 because
what you could do is stream it. Chat. I'm trying this for y'all, chat, okay? A lot of the stuff I say on this podcast is for your guys' benefit, all right? So, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like every week it's something new. We have you trying to make me play something in the way, trying to get me to do lore videos, trying to get me to stream more.
Notice though, these are all beneficial things for you. The stuff you make me do in these mystery segments are, look.
Hey, you better be careful with what you say. Tonight's is actually a pretty fun one. I could change it up real quick. I got a standby. We can.
You have extras,
dude. We could do a force impression tonight.
You have extras? Wait, hold on. Standbys. You got extras?
Like 3 or 4 different things we could use, bro.
Oh, I see.
That are all tailored towards Star Wars.
I have one for next week. I already have yours for next week.
Well, that's sick.
Like, I actually already like put it in notes and everything. Yeah.
You better watch the tone, bro. I'll change it real quick.
Look, I'm just saying.
Our favorite, bro.
Listen, bro, I got the receipts. We have the podcast to prove my theories here, okay? I'm just saying.
I'm surprised you didn't use that as a plug. Oh, by the way, Evan, you should make theory videos.
By the way, Evan
Well,
should make theory videos, lore videos, comic videos, breakdowns. Let's see what else we got in here. Gaming lives, of course, right? Um, ooh, I got a good one for you. You can take the guitar and play every single theme song, Marvel and DC related, all of them.
I could play the Avengers song.
That's sick. That's
I
actually
won't
pretty
do
sick.
it here because my mic won't pick it up,
Yeah,
but I can.
yeah, that's sick, chat. Hey, chat, I'm trying to give y'all some content, bro. You know what I mean?
Something in the way, I don't know how beneficial that is, but
Wait, why?
you want me to sing?
Yes, you got an incredible voice, bro. I have to see it here because you're not gonna sing at church.
Nah. That hey, the way that I look at it, when I sing is for me and the Lord. I don't sing for nobody else.
True, but you have still posted those.
Yes, but I don't think about them after the fact. It's for the Lord.
I mean, yeah, but chat, look, he's trying to guilt trip me, chat.
If I do something in the way, I'm never gonna watch it again. I might not even watch it after I post it. I might just post it and just not. I'll just look at the analytics.
Why?
No.
So you're telling me, hold on, chat, we're going way off topic here. So you're telling me right now, if you do that after you hit 2K because you're going to before Christmas, chat. So by the way, sub to Evan. Link down below. We got to give him that 2K. So you're telling me if you hit that 2K by Christmas and you make that video and that video gets like 1.3 mil, you're not going to listen to it?
Well, 1.3 million comments. Actually,
1.3
no.
mil views, baby.
I probably won't listen to it.
Yeah, you
Honestly,
will. Because if it
hon-
gets 1.3 million views, it will be the new official intro of the Nerds podcast.
oh, that's not happening. That's
Chat.
not.
Chat,
No,
you heard it here. 1.3 million views on that video. That will be the official Nerd Bros intro.
that's ridiculous. Back to Gambit and Rogue. Um, okay, I really think because obviously Gambit's big thing is he throws his cards, his kinetic cards. He's got his staff. I think Gambit's gonna be like a DPS. He'll be a damage dealer, so he'll probably be a duelist. Rogue's interesting because she could go in all three categories. Everyone is complaining because we haven't had a healer since Ultron. Um, so if you put Rogue in a healer setting, primarily, that'd be cool. The only thing I ask is I want her ult to be where she can use anybody else's powers because that's literally what she does. She touches you, she absorbs your power, and then she can use it. That has to be her ultimate. If it's not going to be very good.
Hmm. Yeah, I haven't even played since I got back from Florida. Me and you played a couple times, and that's been it. I ain't played since, bro. Obviously, when it gets to Halloween time, I like playing Dead by Daylight and stuff, so that's kind of been the vibe.
Yeah. Yep. I think I played one day last week, but I got to get back on it because I have never not completed the battle pass.
Never?
Not since it's come out.
Dang.
So
You've been
I got
on
some
them
work.
battle passes, bro.
I think I got like 5 pages left on the battle pass, so I gotta get some work done.
Since we're talking about gaming really quick, can I say something?
Sure.
I'm very much a believer, Chad, that sometimes in life you don't appreciate something when you have it. I miss Star Wars Hunters.
I had fun initially when we played, but I don't think I necessarily missed the game.
I think it's one of those things where now that I can't play it, I want to play it.
Fair.
And that might be a driving factor. So like don't take me wrong, do I put it up there with stuff like Battlefront 3? No. But I it's still crazy to me that it's gone.
Well, how long was it here? Over a year? Or
A
about a
little bit
year?
over a year and a half. crazy, bro. Yep, that
So,
sucks.
would you rather than bring back Star Wars Hunters or make Battlefront 3?
Star Wars Hunters can rot. It can rot, bro. It don't mean nothing. Gone. It
It
means
just talks
absolute.
about how much he misses this game, and now it's nothing.
But you have to understand what you just said.
I know what I just said.
Like, bro, it does not compare. It does not even come close.
Man, you switched up so fast.
I did.
Understandably so.
Well,
But
that's what I'm
my
saying.
goodness.
Bro, here's the thing. People don't understand. That's literally become a staple, chat. We're 18 episodes in. That's become a staple. So here's the thing. People don't understand literally what Battlefront 3 could do for Star Wars.
Bankrupt them.
Huh?
I'm just kidding.
It might bankrupt every other gaming thing
It's going to
out
cost
there.
them a lot of money to make. But, to be fair, that game could be a $100 game. They'll still make a profit. A lot of fans will buy it, but there's going to be a lot less fans who buy it as well, because if it is a $100 game.
The problem is we're getting to the point where they're all going to be 100.
Yeah, gaming's getting bad.
Yeah, it's coming, dude. All right, ladies and gentlemen, with the next piece of news and rumors, Sean Levy says that Star Wars Starfighter is an all-new, non-sequel, non-prequel adventure. Few things here. I'd be okay with that.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna say if it has no connection, I'm cool with it. But once again, we've talked about this in a previous episode. It feels kind of like a little PR stunt, like a little reverse track, if you would. A little saving face moment. So I kind of feel like I think they're blowing smoke.
The real question is, do you think they're blowing smoke about it connecting to Rey the first time? Kind of just seeing, oh, maybe fans are still interested in Rey. Or do you think they're blowing smoke now about it?
I think there's an interesting piece to this, okay? So when this stuff dropped, right? So when all that stuff dropped about it's connecting to Rey, blah, blah, blah. Potentially Luke's kid, all that stuff. People were angry, right? Mad about it connecting to Rey. So many people on the internet, like it was a bad thing to talk about. Like everybody talking about that week during Star Wars was bad. But then the Ben Solo stuff happened, and that was all good. It did not matter whether you liked the sequels or didn't like sequels. You were mad that we're not getting the Ben Solo movie, right? It makes it seem like more people like Ben Solo than Rey.
Absolutely.
I mean, I kind of have that thought there. I think it's very seems obvious to me. So who knows? They might be backtracking, dude.
I hope they're rewriting it because, dude, they got a lot of negativity
Bad.
from me
Yeah.
talking about it. And I'm like,
Mhm.
dude, if this is a standalone thing, it's on its own. I'm gonna actually be very like refreshed as a Star Wars fan. I think it's just gonna be so nice. And it's like, you know what? Give us a different story and just let it be its own thing. I'm all for it, and I hope it's true.
Yeah. Of course, I'm one that loves the connectivity of everything. I'd be okay with something fresh and new. However, okay, wait, I'm gonna save that thought because I'm gonna talk about it later in the episode. So I'm gonna save that one.
Because honestly, the connectivity could really just be like, the planets. Like, oh yeah, we know what this planet is, and that could be like, oh yeah, we're connected to this universe, showing you, yeah, we're still in the Star Wars universe, but it doesn't have to be. We don't have to be a direct descendant of somebody from the original trilogy.
Yeah, I can somewhat see what you're saying there. Um, I mean, for me, dude, I want honestly the sad thing is, I think the one thing I want the most in Star Wars right now is a spin-off of the prequels and a spin-off after episode 6. That's the problem here. Is that I want okay, well, and a Vader series, of course. That's not one of the two I was mentioning. I'm talking about the 10-year gap between episode 1 and 2, and then of course we have a 30 something year gap between 6 and the sequels. I want those things filled in. Now we're getting that a little bit with Mando, but
See,
Mando and all that stuff.
I'm I'm not opposed to that. I'm more of opposed to just connecting it to 7, 8, and 9.
Hmm.
I would take the gap between the prequels and the OT over anything.
Hmm. Even
I
over
I I,
see
I love
Heir to
that
the
era.
Heir to the Empire possibilities just has me so that's what I want, dude. Especially now that I finally started reading them. Bro. Look, dude, that stuff is good. That stuff is
I
good.
want I want more Clone Wars.
Yeah, live action Clone Wars. Okay, I'm gonna also hold that one for later.
So we'll move on to the third topic of the night. This was actually pretty significant. Josh Brolin might be returning as Thanos, which we've heard this for a while now. We heard all the King Thanos rumors. We've seen the thing about Doctor Doom ripping out Thanos' spine from his body, like the comic panel. So people just speculated that could happen, especially because we've already had Thanos. But Josh Brolin literally said he's like, if Joe Russo were to come and contact me and ask if I want to be part of this, which he might have, is his words. He was like, I would very much be open to doing it and returning. So we might be getting Thanos again.
um Personally, just from my, viewpoint on seeing that or reading that, I think it happened. I think he's going to be in him. I have like I'd almost put money on it, bro.
I think he will be in Secret Wars, not Doomsday.
No Doomsday.
I think he'll be in Secret Wars, and I think that he is going to rule over a section of Battle World. He'll still be under Doom, but I think Doom's going to give him his own territory, and he'll be in control of an area of Battle World, and that's where King Thanos comes into play. I think he's going to be working for Doom.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I'm with
That's
it,
kind
bro.
of where my thought process is. Um, and imagine he crosses Doom, and then Doom rips out his spine.
I'll be a little heartbroken, but I like Thanos.
Well, he is a variant, so we might have multiple of them come back.
That's true. By the way, I forgot how good of a clip that was where you talked about the 100 different multiverses of DC. That had me hype again. I'm just saying.
Dude, DC has a lot of potential. I honestly think, for the most part, Marvel is kind of underperformed in the
Hmm?
multiverse saga. We've done a lot. It's been cool to see different things, but there's not been a lot of
Mhm.
connectedness. So I think that's it's been a bit of a drop of the ball, and that's part of the reason why Marvel fans are just not having it right now. And Doomsday is looking pretty grim, but I'm telling you, I've been saying it for weeks now. I think Doomsday is going to be a great film.
Yeah, I do too.
I think it's going to be phenomenal.
I took a little more convincing than you did, but I think I'm there.
But yeah, so hopefully Thanos does return. That'd be cool to see him again.
Yep. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have another cool piece of Star Wars news. So Ryan Johnson, well, I mean it's not really cool, but Ryan, hold It's not cool because all right, listen. I just made that sound like I was dogging Ryan Johnson. That was not what happened there. Okay? That is not at all what happened
Yeah,
there. All right?
yeah.
Evan knows Ryan Johnson is great at what he does, okay? Let's not get it twisted, chat.
He's great at what he does outside of the Star Wars universe.
We'll let that one slide. All right. So Ryan Johnson says that he did hear about the cancellation of the Hunt for Ben Solo and says that he would love to see Adam Driver back in the Star Wars galaxy. Um, he's right. I think it's pretty clear. When you have a moment, it feels like a cultural moment, bro. When you have Ryan Johnson and the haters of his movie agreeing on something about Star Wars, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I'm just saying. It really makes you look at some of the stuff that's happened with Disney and Star Wars and think, boy, they really need to actually just do the Hunt for Ben Solo movie because clearly a lot of people want it.
I definitely want the movie.
Yep.
I'm happy that Ryan Johnson will not be attached to the movie. Um, but he's right. I think that this needs to happen, and I
Mm-hmm.
think that if it doesn't happen, I can't really say that anything crazy is going to happen. I just think that it's going to lose Star Wars even more points than they've already lost.
What if it doesn't happen?
Yeah, if it doesn't happen, because there's not much that a collective group of fans is going to stick behind with Star Wars. Most of the time, it's one group wants one thing, the other group hates it. This is like I'll say a 95% chance or percent of people who actually want this to happen.
It's pretty high, dude. It's pretty high. Now, of course, there's people that are like, "Oh, nobody wants this. That sequel trash," but they didn't realize that even the bigger creators on the platform who hated the sequels still wanted it. Like, I think it's something to be said.
Do you think Ryan Johnson's going to come back at any point for Star Wars? Do you think his stuff's still going to happen?
He did say the other day that that is not in active development. Um, and he also said that he would love to explore it sometime down the road if the opportunity is still there. Which I personally, chat, think Ryan Johnson should get a trilogy. The biggest problem with the sequels, and I've said it 100 times, I'll say it again, was that we had two different visions on one. Like, literally, think about if the scenario, if we would have used Colin Trevorrow's episode 9, we would have had three completely different visions for that trilogy. That makes no sense. Why? Let one person. You know what, dude? People can say what they want. I think if you give Ryan Johnson a trilogy of his own inside the Old Republic, he might cook, bro. He might cook.
I'm not against that. I just think that you nailed it on the head though by having two different visions. They should have, if you're going to start it with J.J. Abrams, it should have ended with J.J. Abrams, which it did, but it should have been the middle too. Because I don't think that ending would have been what J.J. Abrams wanted anyway. Because you got to think, he's trying to piece back together what happened in 8 after 7. Carrie Fisher passed away, so he had to write that in, which, to be honest, they probably were going to do it anyway. Because, see, the only one that made sense to me before Carrie Fisher passed away that you would kill off would be Han Solo because Harrison Ford always wanted that. It does not make sense to me that you kill off Luke. It does not make sense to me unless what happened. That you kill off Princess Leia.
Technically, she died before 8.
Was it before 8?
It was before 8, bro.
I didn't realize that. I'm thinking it was right before 9.
Yeah, so everything in 9 was mostly CGI. It's unfortunate.
But yeah, I never I never thought that they would end up killing off Luke, and I thought that was a stupid decision.
I think he executed it well. However, it shouldn't have happened in 8.
No, like if you're gonna kill him, make it happen in 9.
Yeah, let him have a big sacrifice. And it kind of left 9 just in a weird spot in terms of, but again, it all goes back to not having one vision. I don't really understand that.
So I do agree with that. I think this should have been one director,
Yep,
and I
it
think
should
that
have been.
if you're gonna do like an Heir to the Empire, say is it imagine they do make an Heir to the Empire, the Heir to the Empire trilogy. It needs to be one director as well.
It needs to be Dave.
Yes.
It needs to be solely Dave. And personally, I kind of wish if he is going to do that trilogy, I hope he talks to Timothy Zahn. I hope Zahn can give his inputs on Thrawn. I think that'd be incredible.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah. Dude, it'd be sick, dude. Once again, chat, we're cooking.
Everybody go sub to the Nerds of Ren for all Star Wars lore.
That's right.
And just for the the insight that he has. He writes better scripts. I've read a lot of them than Lucasfilm or Disney ever has. So, yep.
Hot take, chat. Look,
Listen,
I won't give my opinion on that one, but
there's no can take up in here. That was 100%.
look, I will
Dude,
say, chat, you guys haven't seen some of my what if, my fan fiction stuff yet because those take a lot of work. But I do think I've written a few pretty solid ones. I've written 3. Oh, you only know about 2 of them.
both the ones I read, phenomenal.
Yep.
But the next thing up on news and rumors, we got a report yesterday. The Doomsday trailer is coming very soon. It's going to be out December with Avatar: Fire and Ash. We got some more reports today. One of them being that Doctor Doom is going to be on a revenge quest during this movie, which we've kind of talked about, especially because we think he's going to end up killing Steve Rogers, or he's after Steve Rogers. Um, but we got some details about the trailer, and this trailer is supposed to be featuring a lot of Doctor Doom. His face will not be shown in this trailer, specifically because they're saying that he needs his suit to live. But the piece of news that came out was, I believe it was Daniel RPK reported that Doctor Doom is going to have multiple variants in Doomsday, and some of them might be female. When it comes to that, if there are going to be multiple variants, I wonder what they are going to do as far as who's playing the variants. Because if you look at Spider-Man, obviously we have Tom, Andrew, and we have Toby. If you look at Doctor Strange, all we have is Benedict Cumberbatch. So I don't know what they're going to do with the Doom variants. There's 2 options. Because obviously if we're going to have female variants, it's like it probably leans more to having different actors, kind of like the Spider-Man route. And if that's the case, we'll probably have Robert Downey Jr. We might have Killian Murphy show up because it's a fan cast. It's just like Krasinski, and Kevin Feige loves doing that. He likes seeing what fans want. He'll cameo them, and then he'll get rid of them. But it's pretty cool, even if we do get him for a little bit. So Killian Murphy might show up. There's other people who've expressed interest in playing him. Personally, I think it'd be really cool if Julian McMahon shot a little bit of Doctor Doom before he passed away, so we get the 2005, 2007 Doctor Doom back on the screen just for one last performance. Um, a thing though that is interesting is the female variant aspect of it because Ana de Armas has been linked to being in this film, and for a while people have they have been saying it's been reported and rumored that she could be playing Victor Von Doom's mother. Um, if she's playing his mom, I'm not really sure if she's just going to be here for a backstory, unless she's playing a variant of Doom and she's going to be Victoria Von Doom. So she might be a Doctor Doom variant herself
Ooh,
now. So that's one side of the coin.
interesting. I like it, bro. Look, I've said plenty of times I don't really care as long as this movie's fire. To spend $1 billion, I want it. It needs to be good. I mean,
Well,
I'm saying that like I spent the money. Of course, no, but
I think you're in luck then because the Human Torch is in this film.
that's good. Yep.
There's
He's
going to
gonna
be a
get
lot of stuff on fire.
he's gonna get hosed down.
The other side of that coin, though, they've talked about Robert Downey Jr. playing 4 different roles, and I don't know if that's in Secret Wars or if that's in Doomsday. I feel like it's more Secret Wars because I think Iron Man, his not 616 Iron Man, but Robert Downey Jr.'s variant of Iron Man will show up and fight Doom. I think that's going to happen. But imagine if he's playing multiple variants of Doom. So then that's where his 2 other roles comes into play. So I'm still leaning more towards I think it's going to be different people. I don't think he's going to look just like him. But that breaks a lot of theories up because it talks about how RDJ is perfect for this role because he's Victor Von Doom in every universe, and Tony Stark's somebody different.
Hmm.
So I don't know.
Dude, there's so many theories that could happen with all the Avengers stuff. It's insane.
And we have just over a year. We have 13 months.
Chat, I'm excited. I do have a question.
Yeah.
What if we don't? What if we don't get to? It's gonna break both of our hearts to say this. What if we don't get to Ahsoka? What if we don't get to New Day, Brand New Day, but we get Doomsday? Premiere wise,
I will still be happy,
I will still be happy.
but my goal is in my bio, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
My goal takes place at the end of July, just like Harry Potter's birthday. That's what my goal is.
Yeah.
So, outside of that, this these 2 pieces of news popped up right before we were getting ready for the podcast. Trey does not know about either of these. One of them is a Jimmy Olsen show is in active development. That's so they've talked about this for a while. Like Jimmy Olsen's going to get a show. However, we got some more news on it today. Um, so he is obviously returning to play the character. Gorilla Grodd, who is a villain, is supposed to be in this show, but it's also got a title. Um, and the Jimmy Olsen spin-off series is said to be called, where did it go? It's said to be called DC Crime.
Ooh. Interesting. Okay.
So, so I think he's going to be going around. Uh, he'll have several different cases probably that he's trying to report on. Have different people giving him intel. So I think it could be interesting. I hope we get to see some more villains in this show outside of Gorilla Grodd. There is another piece of news though for it. It's not very likely that Rachel Brosnahan or David Corenswet are going to be in this show.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going to bring in one of them, I think Lois would make more sense. The only thing is
Yeah.
though, is both of them work at the Daily Planet. So I feel like he's going to be spending a lot of time away from the Daily Planet. Maybe he'll be undercover reporting, um, but that'd be pretty cool. I'm not against it.
I think it's one of those things where like I'm not against it, but man, it's not really something I'm like, oh, I need.
Yeah, I'm kind of like just I'm neutral about it.
I'm kind of like, all right, I'll probably watch it, but I'm not like, oh, I need that the same way I want the Batman Part 2 or.
Now, this last bit of news, I'm actually really excited for.
Oh, good. Okay, so it's not bad news.
I think we have the title for Ryan Coogler's Black Panther 3.
Oh,
It appears to be called Black Panther: Shadows of Wakanda.
interesting. What do you think that
So,
is?
great question. Um, I think they're still going to be dealing with the aftermath of T'Challa's death, but there's an actor named Damson Idris, and he's been photographed recently with Angela Bassett, who played Queen Ramonda. Uh, but he's heavily rumored to be playing the new T'Challa.
Who?
His name is Damson Idris.
I thought you were talking. Bro, my brain thought you were talking about Idris Elba. I'm
Idris
like,
Elba.
yeah,
But yeah, so Damson Idris, I don't know if it's gonna end up showing up on here or not. Probably not, but Damson Idris. That's not great.
I'm getting it decently.
But dude, he looks like he could play T'Challa. So my assumption, I think little T'Challa is about to be grown up. And he's gonna be taking on the role of the Black Panther. I think Shuri, she will still be Black Panther. She's gonna be Black Panther in, well, that's the thing though. We had a concept art about a year ago now of Black Panther in Doomsday, and it was a male. So maybe it was him. Maybe it's young T'Challa grown up.
Oh, so you think it's gonna be his son,
I think it's gonna be his
Prince
son.
T'Challa?
Um,
Yep.
I think it's gonna be him. My only thing about it, now they've talked about it. There's gonna be a lot of different time jumps. I forget exactly how much after events of stuff that they say Doomsday is taking place. This might be wrong. I'm kind of just trying to remember it off the top of my head. I think they said that Doomsday is going to be taking 8 years after the events of I don't know what. Um, but what was it? It's like there's going to be a massive time jump though. So him getting aged up, it makes sense.
Interesting. Okay.
But that's an awesome name.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Shadows of Wakanda,
When
bro.
when are we supposed to be getting Black Panther 3?
Black Panther 3 is eyeing to begin filming in June of 2026. So, right now, the only MCU film that we have slated for 27 is Secret Wars. So, it's likely that we're either going to get Black Panther, maybe summer of 27. I don't know if they're going to do it that soon, though, or we're going to get it probably beginning months of 2028.
Okay.
So, it depends, though, because it's very possible it could come out in 2027. So we might be getting a Black Panther film in about 2 years.
Wow.
Less than.
Okay.
But I'm excited for it. Honestly, Wakanda Forever was not a bad movie, but it could have been a lot better. And they did okay under the circumstances that happened. But I think this one's going to be great. I think Ryan Coogler's going to smack it out of the park, bro.
Yeah, I enjoyed Wakanda Forever. So,
So,
of course, I'm ready for more.
all right. Are you ready for the mystery segment?
No, we're going into going to mystery.
Unless you
I'm
want
with
to do
it.
your segment. I'm fine with either.
We can do mystery.
Okay. So, this is called Pass or Trash.
Ooh, okay. Pass or
So,
trash? Chat.
I
Say
have
that 3 times
5
fast.
different
Woo!
categories. Pass or trash, pass or trash, pass or trash.
No, no.
Nope, can't do it.
Pass or trash chat. Pass or trash chat. That is.
Pass or trash chat, pass or trash chat, pass or trash chat. I feel like the Grinch when he's trying to say jazzercise. Jazzercise.
Yeah.
All right, there's 5 different categories for pass or trash. Um, basically, you got to tell me if you like the idea or you think it's good or you think it's trash. Now, if you do think it's trash, you got to tell me why. Very briefly, probably about 30-second explanation why.
I'm with it.
But we're going to start off with the category for movies/shows. And this is all Star Wars, but they're just different takes. So, number 1, the sequel trilogy should be completely rebooted.
So, pass or trashing the take?
Yep, you either pass it, think that, oh, yep, I agree, trash, no, and why.
Trash.
Even if it means you get Heir to the Empire as the new sequels.
Here's the reason I trashed it. We still got 30 years in between that we can get filled in. So we can still get better stories that's technically the new sequels, and then you're still keeping that part of the fandom happy. Because there is a lot of people that still love
Okay.
it.
Number 2, the prequels are better than the sequels. Yeah, yeah, I was about to say.
Look,
Ha! That's right. All right. Ryan Johnson's Star Wars trilogy, speaking of Ryan Johnson, should still happen. I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
okay, hold on. Depends on what it is. I don't want him to do Heir to the Empire.
So, what would you pick then? Like, what? So we've talked about it a little bit, but what would you pick?
I think Old Republic. I think Ryan Johnson would knock Old Republic out of the park. Or Dawn of the Jedi. I think he'd knock that out of the park.
A Dawn of the Jedi, that could be interesting.
Obviously, James Mangold's film is still in development, but
All right, this is, oh, this was probably gonna break my heart, but it's gonna be sad. Solo deserves a sequel. I thought you were gonna trash that.
no. No. All right, let me give my full take on Solo because I haven't been on the internet able to do it. It's my least favorite of all the Star Wars movies. But that does not mean that I don't like it. And it also doesn't mean that I don't want continuation of those characters. I want more Kira. I want more Maul and Maul's Shadow Collective stuff. I mean, obviously, I love Solo and Chewbacca, so yeah, I definitely would love a Solo too.
I really want a Solo too. I'm sad that we haven't got one. All right, and then the final one for the movie/show category. The Book of Boba Fett was better than Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh, I think this one's gonna go down as a hot take. The Book of Boba Fett was absolutely better. Yeah.
I agree.
um, as a whole, it was just so much better, bro. Um, dude, and look, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I was writing a video script and I needed to, and it was yesterday. I needed to really understand what I was writing, so I went back and rewatched episode 6 of Book of Boba Fett yesterday. It's the one with Luke and Grogu. That is a phenomenal episode. I don't care what anybody says. You can call it Mando 2.5 if you want. That's fine. That was an incredible episode. So,
I wish I didn't agree with that, but it's true. Obi-Wan obviously is my favorite character. He they just did not give the money to that show that they should have. It should have gotten so much more money if you're bringing back Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Vader. Great moments. That duel between them is awesome.
incredible moments. But the budget wasn't there. And who did that one? Was it Deborah?
I think it was Deborah, yeah.
Deborah Chow, ain't it?
Yep, Deborah Chow.
Yeah, not my favorite. Um, I will say, I don't know if this is at all part of what you're doing. You know who I think should get a Star Wars show and like do the whole thing? Bryce Dallas Howard. Give Bryce Dallas Howard a show.
She should direct herself playing Mara Jade.
Chat, he cooked. Bryce Dallas Howard as Mara Jade. He cooked, chat.
Moving on to characters. Rey should have been a Kenobi instead of a Palpatine.
Yeah, I'm gonna give that one thumbs up.
Bro, the biggest thing was the mind trick.
Yeah.
Like, that just sets it up so perfectly.
Not even just the mind trick, but also having a mix in there of Alec Guinness and so the mix was Alec Guinness, um James Arnold Taylor and you, and I think they had a mix of their voices in there to say Ray. Bro, why? What was the point of that if she wasn't connected to Kenobi? I think she should have been a descendant of Obi-Wan. Yeah.
And her outfit looked like an outfit that Obi-Wan would wear. Dude, she should have been a Kenobi. That was such a waste.
How would it have happened though? Hear me out.
Duchess,
Imagine, yes, imagine Duchess Satine had a secret kid with Kenobi, and then that kid grows up to be Rey's parent or something. That I mean,
and it happens. Well, they got together before episode 3, so when he finds out that Padme is pregnant with Anakin's, he understands, and he's like, not gonna say nothing about it because he's like, well,
that's why he didn't really
bro,
say anything. Yeah, that would have been sick, dude.
Rey Kenobi should have been a thing. I would have
Agreed.
wanted more Rey if she was a Kenobi. Um, Ahsoka is more important to Star Wars lore than Luke.
Hmm. I'm going to agree.
Wow.
Here's why. Ahsoka has become such a massive piece to the greater landscape of the lore because of the World Between Worlds. Luke was not attached to that. Um, you literally have Ahsoka. She's been saved twice now through the World Between Worlds. I mean, come on. She literally was gonna die at the hands of Vader, got pulled out. Honestly, actually, if you think about it, I think without her getting saved there, they both die.
That's fair.
So if that's the case, maybe Ezra needs to be put in that category because he saved her, right?
Kind of like an add-on to that question. What if you include Legends Luke lore?
More important or just cool?
More important.
I think Legends Luke lore is probably more important because it's some of the coolest stuff we've ever gotten.
Fair.
Yeah.
All right. Grogu will eventually turn to the dark side.
What am I answering? That I think it'll happen or that I would want it to?
Yep. Think it'll happen or not? That'd be crazy, bro.
Here's why. He has been their cash cow, bro.
Of course.
They are not about to turn, the cute little innocent uh green baby Yoda into a Sith and make all the kids hate him. I don't see that. They won't do it.
Anakin's fall makes him more relatable than Luke's hero arc.
Yeah,
I
I would
agree.
agree. I would agree.
I I agree. Yoda was wrong to exile himself.
Hmm. Here's the thing with that one. Part of me says I agree, but then the other part of me thinks, um, and again, I just started reading the Yoda comics, and I'm seeing in the first one, he has at the very beginning, he has a little encounter with a Force ghost. So I kind of think it was all meant to happen that way. So I kind of feel like, and obviously in Exile is when he started um, talking and interacting with Qui-Gon too. So I don't know. I kind of think it was good for the betterment of the galaxy in the long run, but it definitely put a hard beating on the galaxy for a little while. Yeah. So it's kind of one of those yes and no. I would probably venture to say no for that reason, but
That's
I,
fair.
I wouldn't argue the yes answer on that one. Dude, I'm so
So
thirsty.
we've
It's
done
ridiculous.
so we've done movies and shows, we've done characters. Now we're gonna do some of uh universe and lore. Midichlorians ruin the mystery of the Force.
no.
Really?
I uh I love the midichlorian stuff that they did in the Phantom Menace. I thought it was really interesting to kind of let the audience know why Anakin is looked at as the chosen one or as this crazy, you know, I guess, um, extremely highly force sensitive kid. It kind of tells us why. Well, it's because midichlorians. So I'm not mad about it.
I don't disagree with that, but then part of me also just wishes that we didn't know a thing about the Force.
Mm, in a way, I
Because
can see that.
that'd just be sick. It's like, man,
Yeah.
I do think being mysterious is pretty cool. The Sith actually had a better philosophy than the Jedi.
The rule of two?
Yeah, sure. We'll go with the rule of two.
Here's the thing. Chat, I say that so much, bro.
This sits on my desk
It,
just for the
it's
pod.
it's one of those scenarios where oh, you thought gotcha. It's one of those things, bro, where it's like the rule of two is cool, but the Jedi's philosophies make more sense and are more centered around balance and you know, I mean not really balance, but just the good side of the Force. However, it was the politics of the Jedi that killed everything. So I, I'll agree with it.
Okay. The Empire had better order than the New Republic.
Then the New Republic, yeah,
Yep.
the New Republic's trash, dude. Um, I mean, straight garbage. The New Republic. I mean, bro, you even see it in Ahsoka. I mean, they're literally so they don't even know what they're talking about. They don't believe that Thrawn's out there. They don't believe in anything, and they're trying to get Hera's ranks taken because she went and helped Ahsoka because like it doesn't make any sense. The New Republic is stupid.
I agree.
And it's clearly like Mon Mothma, I believe, at this point is the Chancellor. She doesn't even get to say herself. Like they got to put it to a vote. It's stupid. Like she had to literally let them try to prove why Hera was right. Like it's insane.
Yeah, I agree. This next one is a little bit, it's kind of established, but it's not really, not for everyone. So we're going to use it this way. Time travel should exist in Star Wars canon.
Time travel. So you're saying like Avengers Endgame.
Yeah, because like I think about the world between worlds and I'm like that's kind of like that, but not everyone can do that.
Yeah. Time travel should not be a part of Star Wars. I'm okay with the world between worlds in certain scenarios. It saved Ahsoka, obviously, to see the Anakin stuff. I think Anakin has his reasons why he can use the world between worlds, so I'm okay with it in certain scenarios. Yeah.
Mandalorians could defeat the Jedi if they returned in full force.
Are we talking one on ones? Like, like by that I mean there's 1,000 Jedi, there's 1,000 Mandos.
Sure.
At the height of the Jedi, I don't think so. I don't think so. Um, they're skilled, but Jedi are Jedi, bro. I think they're too powerful, and the Force is just a different beast.
All right. So next, that completed universe and lore. We have two topics left, so 10 more. This next one is wild what ifs.
Mm.
So basically, you're gonna. I think we'll go along the lines of if you would want this to actually be something that was explored. So what if Anakin never turned to the dark side? I disagree.
What?
If he never turns to the dark side, we don't have Vader, and this is it takes away so much of the story of Star Wars, and it's like
Wait, hold on. Are we saying we want to see these what ifs like they did in Marvel, or are you saying like like it is what happens?
I think it's more like you could go either route. It'd be cool to see that, but I like if you go the other route where it's like, oh, what if this was how it happened? No,
I'd love to see it in the style of a what if, but not as a complete change to Star Wars because I think Vader is so important.
absolutely. What if Darth Maul killed Obi-Wan on Naboo?
Mm. Yeah, I'd want to see it. Because at that point, there's different ways you could go. He could kill both of them and take Anakin to train himself. He could um, kill Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon kills Maul, and then Qui-Gon trains Anakin. There's a few different routes there.
Yeah, it would be kind of interesting. This one, I think everyone would want. What if Luke joined Vader in Empire Strikes Back?
Yeah. There's of course I'm gonna thumbs up that one. There's different scenarios for that one too. Obviously it could be the whole um Luke accepts it because it was his only way out, and then he eventually tries to overthrow him, you know.
What if Leia became a Jedi instead of Luke?
Oh yeah. Yep.
I honestly think she'd be. She almost seems like she'd be more powerful than Luke
I think she had better control um in her own mind than Luke did. Obviously
because,
not at the height of his power, but
right, early on though, absolutely, but he's too emotional.
yep.
Too
Yeah, 4 and
emotional. He's
5 is
like
too
Anakin.
emotional. Um yeah, even you could probably even say a little bit in 6 he was emotional.
Yeah.
But he was a lot more level-headed in 6 by far, but
All right, and the final one for the what ifs is what if Yoda trained Anakin from the start? No Qui Gon, no nothing. Just No Obi-Wan, just straight up Yoda.
Straight up Yoda.
Yep. Say Yoda found him, Yoda trained him. Or when he got brought to the council, Yoda was automatically his master.
Yeah, that'd have been cool.
Very, very different Anakin, I feel like, as well.
Ah, I need to write that one. That could be fun. That could be fun to explore that one. I like that a lot. A lot.
And then finally, these are some fun and absurd ones. They're pretty crazy. You say if you'd like this to happen or not, or if you agree with it. Number one, Chewbacca deserves his own romantic comedy.
A Chewbacca rom-com?
Bro, you can name it Wookiee here.
I'm with it.
Chewbacca finds love.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Didn't he have? He had a family, right? Solo?
He did.
Man,
That's the solos. That's Solo too.
the romantic comedy for
That's Solo
Chewbacca.
too. Nobody wants
Yo,
Lando. Give us
yeah.
the love life of Chewie.
Take us to Kashyyyk. I'm with it.
Take us to Kashyyyk, but I don't want to see in them Kashyyyks. You know what I mean? I mean,
You did not just say
I'm calling
dude.
dibs. I'm calling dibs on that clip.
It's fine. You take it. Holy cow. Take us to Kashyyyk, but don't show us the Kashyyks.
Bro, I don't need to see that. You know what I'm saying? Whew.
A Wookiee in the streets, but a freak in the sheets.
The Kashyyyks is crazy, bro.
Oh man, I'm crying, bro. Oh, all right. Palpatine would be an amazing TikToker.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Palpatine would be. Do it. Thank you. Palpatine would be cooking, bro. He'd be cooking on them TikToks, dog. He'd have
Bro,
millions of followers quickly because he'd be getting mad at everything, shocking some stuff over here. You know what I mean,
imagine Palpatine doing like the TikTok dances like early on.
bro? Imagine Palpatine, bro. You know how he walks like this, bro? He does Thriller.
Bro, next Halloween I'm getting a Palpatine costume and I'm gonna do the Thriller dance.
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh. The Jedi should use blasters and lightsabers.
I disagree on that one.
We've seen it happen with Obi-Wan and we've seen it happen with Luke.
Kyle Katarn. Yeah, it's more of a wait, Obi.
Ready when he killed Grievous.
Yeah, I thought you were kind of saying more of like as their official gear.
I would not be opposed to them having a blaster because, dude, do you know how often they lose their lightsaber?
Yeah, I mean
So
I get
that's
that. Yeah.
kind of like, I don't know. Oh, okay. A Star Wars musical could work.
Envisions.
What if it's canon? Yeah, bro, I'm not taking that. You
Work.
imagine? Oh,
Thank you. Yeah, no.
yeah,
I
nah,
don't
absolutely
nah.
not. Now, if they made a what if Star Wars musical set in the Clone Wars time and you see Palpatine just singing, oh, bro, I'd cry.
I think it'd be kind of funny.
I honestly could see them doing a musical for Star Wars in Lego format.
Ooh, yeah, I could
I
too.
could see that.
Dude, they need to do a what if series. It's unlimited, bro. What if series and it's like Clone Wars style animation? Come on, man.
Ah, and the final I about read half the thing. The final one that we're gonna be doing for pass or trash is Yoda's speech pattern is just bad grammar. He just can't talk. Poorly educated.
The only reason I want to agree is because Yaddle did not have that same thing. She
And
talks normal.
we don't know how Grogu's gonna talk yet.
Bro, imagine Grogu, right? They have the voice. He speaks at the very end of The Mandalorian and Grogu, and it's just Samuel L. Jackson. like bro,
Surprise!
dude. Surprise, Mandalorian.
Surprise, mama!
Yeah, literally, bro.
Bro, I'm just imagining the dude. The name's Grogu.
Dude.
He takes off his Mandalorian mask. The name's Grogu.
Yeah.
Then he just go get cleansed.
Yeah. I think it could.
Oh,
Yeah. We
but
cooked
that
with
is
that
it.
segment.
That's
That was
all
a
I
fun
got.
one. Yeah,
Oh my god.
we cooked with that one. That was sick. There's a lot of clips in that, dude. My goodness.
Holy cow, bro. Freaking Kashyyyts is ridiculous, bro.
Dude, diabolical, bro. It would be diabolical. I don't want to see them.
Just
Dude, yeah. We already know that thing, Sherry, bro.
that did not need said. That did not need said.
Bro.
Banned. Trey. Who knows, bro? He could use Manscaped. He might be sponsored.
That one spot. He said sponsored.
Oh. How do you think he got money when he wasn't smuggling?
Dude.
Oh.
He's smuggling something into them Kashyyyts, bro. Look. Dude, it's bad, bro. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a pretty cool segment for this next one. Before we get into the big segment of this week's pod, Evan doesn't know anything about this, unless he read it and we don't know. Screen Rant has given us, in their opinion, the 12 Star Wars shows, live action, that needs to be made after Ahsoka Season 2. 12.
Okay.
And we're going to run through them. The Book of Boba Fett Season 2. I give it yeah, I'm with it. I'm with that one. Yeah, big thumbs up for me on that one. Skeleton Crew Season 2.
I haven't seen Season 1.
If we get it, cool. If we don't, that's okay. I'm not going to be too upset. Rogue Squadron, which is Patty Jenkins, the movie that they were going to make. Considering that they're saying it should be it's being reworked, I'm okay with it.
When does it take place?
I think Rogue Squadron is around 4. I could be wrong. I think.
That sounds interesting. I'll take that.
Yep. The Hunt for Ben Solo.
Oh, duh.
Yeah, big thumbs up for me on that one. I don't really know too much about a show, but they could do it.
If they give it to us in any format, I'll take it.
Oh, especially at this point, yeah. The Hidden Path, which is centered around Asajj Ventress and Quinlan Vos.
That'd be pretty sick.
Yep. Big thumbs up. Me and Evan are both just going to go ahead and throw a thumbs up for this one, and we don't even have to say anything. Just throw it up, Ev. Let's do it. Trust me. Do it. Trust me. Darth Vader. Yep. Darth Vader. Cal Kestis. Yep. A General Grievous prequel. So about him when he was a Kaleesh warrior.
Oh,
Yep.
bro. Now, are these things that are actually being talked about, or just things that they want?
I think these are all things that they are saying needs to happen.
Okay, that'd be sick.
12 is a lot. I think the likelihood of us getting, we might get 3 of these. Like, I'm just going to be personally honest here. I truly in my heart believe a Vader series is coming eventually. I really do. And I think Book of Boba Fett season 2 is coming. So once again, I'm just going to throw it up for the Knights of the Old Republic. Yeah. Number 10 is one that I would want. I think there's a lot of other people that would want. And I think you would like it even though you didn't like what this is going to be a spinoff of. Dark Lords of the Sith, about Chimera and Darth Plagueis.
I think it'd be fine.
Yeah. Chimera and Plagueis, bro.
As long as I don't gotta see another thing about some dark witches pulling a string.
Not even just that. I don't need to know that Chimera had his thing out in that little hot spa. Like, it didn't need to be there. Evan didn't finish, chat. My bad. Not that he was going to, but bro, this dude, Chimera, Evan. Hold on. Let me explain it. This dude, Chimera, took, I think it was Osha, back to his place. What? What?
Got his thing out and he took her back to his place.
Bro, took her back to his place because he, like, okay, just hold on. Hear me out. Let me finish. He just turned
That's
on.
what he said.
The heat's on. Praise Jesus, the heat's on in this house. I am not freezing anymore, chat. Let's go. Anyway, so he took him back to his place. Took her back to his place. Okay. Bro, she literally wakes up, goes outside to find him. Okay, you're making this way worse than this. Goes outside to find him. And he's taking a bath in the hot springs thing, okay? He gets out butt naked. We don't see nothing. You literally see her go like this. I'm dead serious.
So this is the second time tonight that we've talked about nudity in Star Wars between
It's crazy.
Chimera and his thing and Kashyyyk, bro. This is nuts.
Bro, it's insane. So take that aspect out of it. I think the show could be really cool. They could do some cool stuff with it. Plus, not to mention, I think Chimera's attached to the Knights of Ren. So, 2 left. We have Mace Windu Survivor.
Dude,
3 thumbs up. Yeah.
easy.
Yeah. Dude, honestly, they're cooking with this list. This is one of the rare Star Wars lists that's actually good. And number 12, a Knights of Ren series.
I'll take it.
Yeah, we needed more Knights of Ren. Yeah, dude, this list cooked. I don't think there's anything on here that I'm like, I don't really care for, except for Skeleton Crew Season 2. I enjoyed Season 1, but I'm not running, I'm not running back to rewatch it. So that says most of it. Are there any that aren't on here that you would love to see? Star Wars show.
I want to see more Clone Wars series. I know they ended it, but I want to see more of what Dave had in mind. So continue
Agreed.
Clone Wars.
I would love a live action Clone Wars series. Yep.
I really think it'd be awesome if we got a show about Yoda and his species.
Interesting. Okay.
I want to know more about him. See, now that's the thing though. It's kind of like the Force. I think the Force is cool when it's mysterious. Yoda's kind of a lot cooler because he is mysterious and we don't know anything about him. Uh, so I don't necessarily know, but um, what else? If they actually make him canon, I want a Star Killer show, bro.
Oh, a Star Killer show.
I
Yeah.
really want that.
Um, I would say I would want a Revan show, but I think if they did Knights of the Old Republic, we would get Revan. Um, Kyle Katarn would be a cool character to see have a show. I want Luke a show between 6 and 7 of Luke building his temple. Um, I want that.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, and then of course we've talked about the um prequel, era between 1 and 2.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah, that was a pretty fun segment, bro.
I enjoyed it. You know what? Yeah, it is a very rare list that's actually good.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of these Screen Rant and everybody else that makes these lists, a lot of times, dude, I've seen them do some like top 50 Star Wars characters, and they got like 4 Andor characters in the top 10. Come on, dude. Andor was good, but to leave off like Vader or Luke or Anakin for some of those, come on, dude. No, no. Yep. Do you want to start this one, or you want me to take the start at this one?
I can start it.
Joanna?
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever on this podcast, we are going to be talking about something that is not Star Wars, that is not Marvel, and is not DC. So, pretty much something that is not of any of the content that we actually make. But we're going to talk about it tonight because it's going to be pretty big. We both enjoy this a lot, so even though we don't make content about it, we're going to be talking about Stranger Things season 5. Uh, we're going to give our predictions for what we think is going to happen in this season, which starts on Thanksgiving, which is just about 2.5 weeks. And we're going to talk about our review of the trailer or even the first 5 minutes of the show.
Yep, I forgot about them first 5 minutes. Yeah, dude. Chat, we pretty much got to a point where we decided we'll expand the podcast a little bit when it's relevant. Just because there's stuff that we love that we don't get to talk about because we don't make that stuff. But to have a place and a platform like this podcast to do that, I'm all for it. So
Absolutely.
yeah, man, if
So,
you wanna go first, I'm with it.
so what do we want to do first? Character deaths.
Yeah. It's the
All right.
character deaths is the big band-aid to rip. Yeah.
Um, it pains me so much to say this. Okay, I'll start off not with the painful one. I'll say that one, but I definitely think 11 will die.
Ooh, you think 11's gonna die?
I think there's no way she's getting out of this.
So is that your like this is my lock?
Will I lock that in? Yeah.
My lock was Vecna. Vecna does not make this out.
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Vecna's gone.
Vecna does not make it out. I did not have 11 on my bingo card, bro. That is, yeah.
I think there's gonna be some type of way to close the upside down for good, and I think it's gonna involve both of them.
See, I disagree. I disagree. Big time right
Do
there.
do you think it's gonna be
I I think Will's going to permanently be in the upside down. I think that's how it's going to be closed off. You know how there's the whole Will the Wise thing? I
Mhm.
think he permanently saves it. And he has to spend eternity in the upside down. That's a scary thing to say out loud. Yikes.
Yeah, I don't think Will is gonna be. He won't be among the living. He will be in the Upside Down
Hmm.
or dead by the time the show is done. So yeah, Will.
Agreed.
Um, I honestly think I do think that Nancy and Jonathan. I think both of them make it out. Um,
Ooh.
I think both of them will make it out unless they end up killing. Oh, maybe not. Now that I'm thinking about it, Jonathan may end up dying.
Mm.
Big reason I say that. Imagine like Will's like imagine Will's like trying to like resist helping Vecna, and that's what he ends up killing his brother.
Ooh. His brother or his mom, which would sting worse?
Oh, his mom. You
Do you think
can't kill
Joyce?
Joyce. You can't kill Joyce.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think Mike's gonna die.
Really?
I don't think Mike will. I don't think Dustin will. Oh, sorry. I don't think Lucas will.
Yeah.
I think Dustin is.
I don't think Dustin dies. I think Steve is a lock.
I think Steve's a lock as well, especially after Joe Keery's comments recently.
Ooh, what'd he say?
They asked him about his character, and he was like, he says, I think my character is living a happy life. He's got his family, he's got those kids that he was talking about. He says, I think he'd be having 4 girls, and I think I think he's living a good life.
He's fibbing.
Unless he's not, and he's telling the truth, and we all just think he's lying.
But what, how heartbreaking would it be? Now, hear me out here. He's not lying. Say he does have his kids and his family. But it's because Nancy sacrificed herself for Steve.
See,
Mm.
the character who I think is going to sacrifice himself for Steve is Dustin.
Nope. Robin.
Why?
Robin.
I could see Robin, but dude, I think it'd be more impactful if Dustin did it.
I think it would. I think the thing with Dustin would be I already saw one of my good friends die. I'm not doing it again. I'm not
Yeah,
letting that
bro.
happen. Yeah.
So, what about Hop? Do you think Hopper's gonna die?
Maybe in an attempt to save 11.
I'm serious, bro. I
I
don't think
do
Logan's gonna live.
I think half the cast is gone or half the characters are gone.
It's a very good chance.
Yeah.
What about Max?
No. She's safe.
About Ree,
Who?
the balding guy who helps him speak Russian. He's got the glasses.
Oh, you cut out. That's why I didn't.
Oh, Murray.
Yeah, yeah. I no, I don't think he dies. I don't think there's really a reason for that one.
Ooh, do we think Eddie is alive?
I don't think Eddie is alive, but I do think Vecna could use Eddie's body to mess with Dustin.
See, I think Eddie possibly is alive, but he's no longer a human. I think he could be a vampire.
Ooh, you could be cooking.
He got bit by all those bats.
Now, what do we think about all of the characters that died in season 4? Like, because I was watching one last night, and Vecna said something um, like he needed to use them or something. Because their
Yep.
bodies are there. So what do we think? What do we think happens there? Think he uses those
Well,
bodies for something, or
he did. He needed all 4 of those bodies to open up the Upside Down into the world. and there's a
Right.
bunch of like cracks all over Hawkins now. That was the whole purpose of those
That
bodies.
was the whole purpose? Okay. I didn't know if
Yeah.
there was an extended purpose to it.
Not as far as I know, no. But yeah, dude, I will say too, because there's like this. There's a big theory too that there's somebody even higher up than Vecna,
Higher up than
and
Vecna?
well, my sister actually told me this because she was researching it. And in Dungeons and Dragons, Vecna is not the highest of
Mm-hmm.
the high villains that you can play, and a lot of people think that um the red dragon that Will drew for Mike,
Yep.
there's a dragon that's going to be like I forget its name, but that's like the one that Vecna answers to.
Dang. Um, I heard a theory, and I want to get your opinion on it here, of course. How would you feel if we get to the end of the show, in the finale, the screen goes black after everything, all the characters die, blah, 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 and then it shows the kids back in the beginning, and they say, wow, that was a crazy game of Dungeons and Dragons. How would you feel about that? Like the
And
whole
nobody
thing was
dies.
just a game. L was never real. The whole thing was a game.
See, now that'd be kind of heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Um, it almost makes me feel like the theories that people have about Harry Potter, how Hogwarts is not real. None of that's real,
Yep.
but it's just the trauma that he's faced from being beaten by his aunt and uncle.
The
It'd break my heart.
it would break my heart, and I would part of me would hate it. However, part of me would also be like, that's them kids got creativity, bro, because that they cooked with that game of D&D. That would be where my mind goes on that, but it would be wild. Obviously, they have the CGI capabilities to do it, so I don't know.
Oh, as we saw because they DH'd Noah Schnapp
Snap. Yep.
for for
That
the
first
first
5 minutes.
minutes of
Yep.
the because man, it's a DH'd Will Byers.
Yeah. Do we want to go ahead and go into that, or do we want to go into what do you want to talk about
I'm down for either anything.
now? Yeah, let's go into that first 5 minutes. I will say first off, chat. Obviously, the premiere has happened. There are some spoilers out there, so if you guys want to avoid them, try your best to avoid them. Okay, because I'm trying my best to avoid them. I don't want to see spoilers. Most of the people that went to the premiere obviously are creators or people inside Hollywood, so we should be decently good on spoilers. But there's going to be somebody that's like, "Hey, I was at the premiere. Now's my chance to be the only person talking about it," and they're going to spoil it. So I did hear that the first I watched the Escape Pod today, and obviously Andrew went and he said that it was incredible. So they showed the first episode and the first 5 minutes of the second episode, and he said it's all. He did say instant high stakes. So I'm cool with that. I love it. I'm all for it.
Dude, I wasn't planning on watching the first 5 minutes at all. Not until like I watched the show. But we had gone out with his family for his sister's birthday, so we got back and then her friend was over, so she wanted to watch, and they're gonna show her. So it's like, okay, I'll watch it. So I watched it. It hits the ground running. My goodness.
The fact
Um,
that that is the beginning of the season, I am so for it because it's just instantly just banging. Like, dude, that clip is sick to me, bro. I love it.
yeah, the whole thing with the Demogorgon chasing is ridiculous, dude. And then
Dude.
you see that Vecna has been here the whole time,
Yep. Whole
which
time.
that theory video that you sent me makes a lot more sense now.
It does. It really does. Um yeah, man. It's that first 5 minutes clip. Again, chat, we're gonna go into spoilers here, so if you don't wanna watch that, skip ahead a couple minutes. Um, instantly starting out with Castle Byers was sick. Um, like, dude, it was such a great callback. It was incredible, and of course, I thought he looked great. Um, I do have a question. Do you think the de-aging of Will there looks better than the de-aging of 11 in season 4?
Oh, yes.
Really? Okay.
There might have been one moment in all of the stuff for de-aging Will that I was like, you can tell that that's not him now. But 11, there was a bit more that I'm like, they've improved.
They've definitely improved it. I agree. They improved it.
Honestly, it's some of the best de-aging that I've seen. Like, period.
It's pretty good. Really quickly, did we want to? Oh, the trailer. I forgot about the trailer. Want to jump into that? Trying to
Sure.
remember most of the stuff that was in the trailer. We see Max finally. Not really doing anything. She's getting carried by um. Oh jeez, I just froze. What's his name? Lucas. Thank you. Um,
Yep.
yeah, Lucas. She got carried by Lucas. That was pretty much it. They were getting chased by Demogorgon or something, weren't they? How many
Obviously,
Demogorgons do you think we'll see in the season? I think it's a
oh,
lot.
it's gonna be a lot. It's
I
gonna be
think
a
it's a
lot. I
lot.
think there's gonna be there's gonna be an army.
Hmm.
I think it's gonna be like if you think about it in Star Wars terms, it's gonna be like the clones. They're just there.
Ooh.
There's gonna be a lot of them. Obviously, we have the Mind Flayer,
Yeah.
Mind Flayer's good, and then we got Vecna. But I'm serious. I still think we're gonna have that dragon.
I very much also agree that we'll see the dragon. Um, I think everything that Will had drawn, I think he saw. I think he knows the dragon's down there. I think that's why he drew it.
Yeah, and that video you sent me as well, showing the comparisons between Will as a kid and Vecna as a kid. Oh,
Oh,
bro, dude,
dude, they're insane, bro. Like you can't even crazy, dude.
it makes you wonder if Vecna had a hold on Will before season one.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. You might have. I don't see why
Cause,
not.
cause it just the similarities are insane. Cause Will didn't just start drawing then either, and he wasn't just drawing all these scary images or stuff like that. And I honestly, it might have just been like Vecna had him picked out for a long time. We may not know the purpose yet, but I think that Vecna, like he's like, yep, Will's gonna be the one that's gonna be doing it because I need him for this.
So do you think any questions that we've had since season 1, like everything will be fully answered? Like we'll be left
Most
with no
likely,
questions? Yeah.
most likely, I think the Duffer Brothers are really good at what they've done. Their writing's been phenomenal. Obviously, there's callbacks in every season that we don't even realize until after the fact. But and the fact that Vecna was there in season one is just that's great writing, and we had no idea until season four.
Yep. It's one of those things also too. I'm excited for the Tales of what was it? Tales of 94 or 84?
Yeah,
Dude, that's sick. It's pretty much season, what is it, 2.5? They said between 2 and
yeah,
3. Dude,
yep.
that's awesome. Like we're actually getting a continuation of the story, and it's the main
And it's animated,
characters.
right?
It's animated. It is animated.
Yep.
But I mean, to me, it's fine because it's like actual. It's the same characters. It's just animated.
But there's this is probably I think this is going to go down as show of the year. Honestly, this is probably going to go down as show of the decade.
Show of the decade. The
Last
pro-
10 years. Yep,
so since 15, you're saying?
yep, since 2015. I think it'll be the best show.
Ooh, what? That's bold, but at the same time, I don't know that I can argue that. I don't think I can argue that, bro.
I've never heard of anybody really saying they dislike Stranger Things. I just know of people who don't watch it,
Who don't watch it. Yeah.
but it's just anybody who does watch it, they really like it.
I
And
personally feel like season 3 through 5 probably they got so sci-fi that it's but they've done it well and it's been incredible. The first two weren't as crazy, but
yep,
dude, season 3 and 4 peak, dude. Peak. So good.
yeah, honestly, this is probably for myself, this is a top 5 show of all time.
Yeah. I could probably agree.
Ridiculous. Like it's
It's
just
good, dude.
it's so rewatchable too. Like
Yeah.
I've seen I think I've seen it all the way through except for season 4. I've seen season 4 twice now, but seasons 1 through 3, I think I've seen all of them 3 times.
Man,
I might have seen season 1 4 times. It's just so good.
it is so good, dude. It is so good. They've knocked it out of the park at every step. Um Now, here's the thing, chat. Doing we've discussed doing what I think 3 reviews. We're gonna review part 1, we're gonna review 2, and we're gonna review the finale. Um
Yep.
that gives us 3 podcasts, dude, to be talking about Stranger Things. I don't know
So
if
let's see.
one of those
So
gonna
what
be.
is that? So this is 18, 19, 20. So if you guys are interested in watching those podcasts, our film dates are going to be one day before, but so December 2nd, and then also December 30th and January 6th. So those are going to be our 3 dates for Stranger Things episodes. So that means that'll be episodes 21, episode 25, and episode 26. 21, 25, and 26 are all going to be Stranger Things episodes.
21, wait, 25 and 26?
Yep, because we have Christmas and New Year's back to back weeks.
Dang. All right.
So,
Yeah, so the first one's going to be the most Stranger Things filled. I'm going to be honest, we might need to make that part 1 episode Stranger Things only.
possibly.
We're going to have 4 episodes to review. That is not going to
I'm not
be.
gonna I'm not gonna lie, bro. I think episode 26 is gonna be one of the best episodes we've ever had.
Why?
Because we're gonna be reviewing Stranger Things, the finale, but we're also gonna be drafting our films for the year for box office budget and see who gets the most gross for the entire year as films we pick.
Plus, to mention, we might have just gotten a trailer.
Um, and you got to think too, December, we're getting trailers for Doomsday, probably Spider Man, probably Supergirl, possibly the Lanterns. We might get a Mando and Grogu trailer.
So, chat, what I'm
There's
hearing
something
is
else.
look forward to a ton of content on the Nerd Bros podcast channel. We're going to be busting it out in December. Pause. Yeah, it's going to be exciting, chat.
Not like Chewie and the Kashyyyks though. Not
No,
definitely
not
not.
like Chewie and the Kashyyyks, man. Or Chimera in his spa. Yeah.
Man, oh she should have ran.
Why am I blurry?
I just thought I needed glasses.
There we go. Okay. Yeah, dude, I'm so excited for Stranger Things, and to be honest, bro, I'm really glad we decided to do this because I think it's gonna be good for the podcast. To be
I did
honest,
too. I did too.
um, any crazy theories, any crazy off the wall things you think might happen in season? Obviously, you already gave us one. That was a great one. Of course.
It was so good that the lights got shut out.
Crazy, dude.
I don't think I got anything else on it. I think that pretty much those were my collective thoughts for it.
Yeah. Um, I think I've given most of my thoughts. Of course, we kind of, we wing this one a little bit because we haven't discussed anything besides the big three. But I think we've kind of entered a new, I guess you could say, a new period for the pod chat, even before episode 20. It's one of those things where if there's something we want to talk about that isn't attached to the big three, but it is, sci-fi related, we don't really want to go crazy pop culture. But Stranger Things, when Harry Potter stuff comes out, we're probably going to discuss it. Like, I'll be honest with you. Look above Evan right now, chat. I mean, come on. Maybe some small anime stuff here and there. Other than that, we're probably going to stick around this. But doing Stranger Things, I think, is a good idea. Plus, I think for the remainder of the week of clips, we should maybe use this episode. Because we don't got much wiggle room for Stranger Things, bro. It's a small one, dog.
Everybody go back to episode 3. That clip just came out, by the way.
Dude, chat.
That
I will say something about Evan and I have both been doing YouTube for 8 years, multiple different channels. Okay. I've not had this much fun as I have doing the podcast. And we've made a lot of videos together, and yeah, dude, these have been incredible, and I wouldn't change it for nothing, bro.
No, absolutely not. Like we talked about doing this for at least 5 years, and then it's weird to think that this is week 18 of doing the pod. We've never missed a week, even when you're on vacation. We film back-to-back episodes in a week. Um, just getting it ready every single week is always different. We never really at the beginning we had sit down meetings. Now it's more like, oh, we're gonna get an outline ready real quick, but
Well,
it's
not to
not too
mention
different.
both of us have been kind of throwing in some things as we see them and going from there.
Yeah, but it's been pretty just go with the flow, which has been nice too. And
Yep.
I think that overall, I think that it's going to do pretty well next year, especially with all
Yeah.
the content that coming out.
I think 2026 is going to be the year of the Nerd Brush chat. I don't think nobody's ready for it. There's a couple of handfuls of people who know about the pod. Both of our combined, we have over 2,000 subs. So it should grow rather quickly. We can get our subs to sub here, it'll start ticking, And we've put up decent views on YouTube so far. I think we're over 12 or 13K, bro.
Yeah,
So, yeah, and we've only had this for a few weeks. A
yeah,
month?
this channel.
Yeah, so yeah. I'm excited, chat. I hope you guys enjoyed episode 18. It was a banger once again because we're cooking. Stranger Things season is here, man. It's almost over. It's kind of sad. It's bittersweet. But I'm excited for it.
Absolutely. Make sure you go and sub to our own individual channels. Make sure you go sub to Trey, the Nerds of Ren, for all of your Star Wars content. Go sub to the Nerds of the Multiverse for all of your Marvel and DC content. And we'll see you in the next episode.
We'll see you on the next episode, chat.